Welcome to Stillwater, where another Oklahoma State University football recruiting class is in the books, the 2012 class. Mike Gundy just visiting with the media here on Wednesday. Barry Tramel, along with John Helsley, our OSU beat writer. And John, heavy on the linemen and the receivers with this class.
Yeah, of the 22 signees, 16 total are either linemen or wide receivers. 6 wide receivers, which I think is significant, Barry. It's where we are in this day and age, and especially in the offense that Oklahoma State runs.
Well, the Cowboys, of course, also have a quarterback, Wes Lunt, already on campus, along with a few other early entry guys. Mike Gundy saying they would not bring Wes Lunt in if they didn't think he could compete for the starting quarterback job.
I think it's going to be a very interesting spring. I think the job is wide open in some respects. Clint Shelf will go in as the number 1 guy. But from what I understand, talking to Todd Monken a little bit, they're all going to get equal reps, at least in the beginning.
Cowboys lost out on a couple of 3 guys here on the last day, but no great dismay expressed by Mike Gundy. Anything stand out to you about the last few days of recruiting?
Well, obviously, they tried to tap in just a little bit into California. They had a couple of guys that were on the hook. Those were some of the guys that they lost out on. The guys they lost were kind of cherry-picked type of players. They had Trey Elston, who ended up going to Ole Miss. A couple of guys here and there. Jaden Mickens goes to Washington. They were able to do that late in the game, Mike Gundy said, because they pretty much had the rest of the class taken care of. So I thought that was interesting that the thing is expanding, and I think we're going to see that even more probably next year. That's where they'll reach the full benefit of the success and the exposure that they've gotten.
Cowboys go back to Georgia for another player, DJ Curry from Georgia, and he's got a couple of little brothers that are big-time players, so that recruiting pipeline to Atlanta looks pretty strong. Mike Gundy saying that Glenn Spencer is in as strong in Atlanta as Joe DeForest was in Houston, which I found very interesting.
I do too, and if you look, it seems like every year they get a player or 2 out of Atlanta in that area. And, Mike said if it was a 4 or 6 hour drive, they might be getting even more players out of there. I find that interesting. You're right about Curry. He's got 2 little brothers that play. One that's going to be a senior next year, apparently a big-time player, and the Cowboys are in on him.
Stay tuned for further coverage every day in the Oklahoman and here on News OK.